On December 24th, 2009, 29-year-old animal trainer Alexis Martinez was preparing for the upcoming Christmas show at the Laurel Park facility in Tenerife, Spain. Some people might think he had the coolest job in the world, other people might think it's very controversial or even cruel, but what everybody can agree on is it's not a safe job, because the animal he's training, swimming with, and doing tricks with is a 6,600-pound male orca whale named Keto. And Alexis knew how dangerous this was. Just a week or two prior to this event, he had told his girlfriend he didn't really want to do this event because the whales had been acting very strangely, even showing signs of aggression. He said, and I quote, "I feel like anything could happen at any time." But it's his job and it's an important event for this facility. So on the 24th, there he was in the water swimming with Keto, and they were doing tricks. At some point, he decides they're going to do a somewhat complex behavior where Keto is supposed to tow him on his back, go underwater, swim around, and then come up and then beach himself on the stage, which is just a platform barely under the surface of the water that the whale is supposed to beach itself on so it can show off its body to the, people watching the show. As soon as they begin the behavior, though, Keto basically immediately fails it, and he fails it by swimming way too deep, basically down to the bottom of the 13-meter or almost 50-foot deep pool. And Alexis has to abandon the behavior. He lets go of Keto and he swims up to the surface. But when he gets there, Keto is in between him and where he's supposed to exit on the stage. There's another trainer, a guy named Brian, standing on the stage where Keto was supposed to beach himself. And Brian yells over to Alexis and says, "Man, this does not look good. Keto does not look under control. I think you need to swim slowly out of there, to the next training pool." And Alexis goes, "Okay." So he begins slowly swimming away, but as soon as he tries to swim away, Keto just goes barreling at him and rams him hard in the chest. And then Keto bites down on his body and drags him to the bottom of the pool, all while violently shaking him around. And then he just abandons Alexis's body at the bottom of the pool. Trainers are able to get the whale's attention briefly by smacking the water, but they're not able to hold his attention. Keto just goes back down. He grabs Alexis' body again, starts shaking it, playing with it, until eventually he brings the body up to the surface and releases it. They're able to retrieve his body and get Keto into the neighboring pool, but it was far too late. His chest had been completely crushed. Both lungs had been punctured and crushed. His ribs were broken. His liver had been ruptured. He had massive bite wounds all over him and internal bleeding. And he was probably dead by the time he got to the bottom of the pool, even though coroners say his official cause of death was drowning, but he also had massive trauma.